you're buying any cards from TCG Player, please use the link in the description to help support my content. This video is sponsored by Pokemon Store, TCG Player, PokemonCard.io, and Card Market.
Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here. Just like yesterday, I didn't mention it I think, but I do have a cold again, which is very annoying. Not COVID, thankfully. But yeah, so if you hear me cough or something, then that would be why. Anyways, we're gonna be playing with Suicune Ludicolo, one of my other favorite decks of the format, I think, combined with Jolteon. I like this deck very much because it features a 2-pricer rather than a 3-pricer, which gives you a little bit more wiggle room to outplay an opponent rather than just a mindless 3-pricer, blah blah. It plays differently than a 3-pricer deck, which is what I like and what I've been enjoying the most in the current standard metagame. So even though it has been displaced as a top deck, like at the very top, between single strike decks, Jolteon decks, and also Mew, I still very much enjoy this deck. And Suicune is a pretty cool card. It's also one of my favorite legendary Pokemon. I have fond memories of Johto, and we have the ability Fleet-footed, where we get to draw a card if this Pokemon is in the active spot. Never a bad thing to draw extra cards. You never know when that one card is the one you needed to turn things around. And Blizzard Rondo does 20 damage plus 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent. So potentially up to 220 damage or 320 if you can pair the attack with Ludicolo's ability Enthusiastic Dance. When you place Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may use this ability, and then during this turn your basic Pokemon's attacks, such as Suicune, do 100 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So we're going to be trying to pair that ability with our Suicune to maximize our damage potential, and if our opponent tries to play around it with limiting their bench, then that's where Quick Shooting Inteleon comes in. We put the damage counters on one of our opponent's Pokemon, and we also have the Shady Dealings, Drizzle and Inteleon to help with the consistency in finding those Melanies or Raihans or the Fan of Waves, which is actually pretty crucial against Mew decks to remove those pesky fusion energies so that you can actually ping them and you can actually get a 1-kill on them if possible through Ludicolo's Enthusiastic Dance. I feel Fusion Strike energy is the reason why Suicune doesn't have a great Mew matchup. It's not terrible, but it's not the best. But yeah. We also have Cape of Toughness to increase Suicune's HP. We have Capacious Pocket to search for energies, along with the consistency of the 4 Capture Energy, 4 Quick Ball, 4 Level, and the full Inteleon line. I really like that consistency. It's another reason why I really like this deck. And then we have less supporters, 1 Research, 2 Marnie, and 2 Boss, but this deck can go a little bit slower as you do have Melanie to recover and attach energies. Scoop Up Net to utilize these guys or Ludicolo, and a random escape rope, which can sometimes help in cleaning out the last Pokemon. Let's jump into a ladder and see what we can do with this deck. Last time around we actually did so well with it that I was accused of filtering out my games and not posting losses, so hopefully I do just as well as I did back a few weeks ago when I got those accusations. Alright, starting things off great by winning the coin flip, right? So hopefully we get a decent hand, and I would definitely call this a decent hand. I have 2 chances of my top deck and the fleet-footed draw to establish a Sobble or Lotad, but it's definitely not 100% necessary. In order to help me, though, I will filter out these 2 energies. I do see I priced a Sobble. Did price a Sobble, did price an Incense, Sobble, Incense, Candy, Melanie, Capture, and something else that I'm not quite sure what it is, but something else I priced. Anyways, now we'll go ahead and fleet-footed, now that we've looked through a deck and thinned a little bit, and not quite, we find Marnie. But that's okay. I mean, it could be worse, is what I mean. Not playing any stadiums can sometimes be detrimental to this deck, as you have no way to counter Path to Peak, you have no way to take away a Tower of Waters, for example, against this deck. You have no way to cancel out a Training Court to stop an opponent from having energies. Alright, based on this, I would imagine we're up against Melanie Urshifu. The water energy pretty much confirms it. And my opponent's really good start. Definitely could be problematic right here. That bucket is an interesting decision, not fully expecting the Marnie, I guess. I don't expect to fill up my bench of the Marnie, but I'm taking a prize on this Hubble. I will be taking a prize eventually, probably on the Crobat, so these can be my 6 prizes. Hopefully, we shall see. Perfect start for my opponent though. Bench, without needing to play a supporter, has filled up their bench as perfectly as they could, I guess, except for the Crobat, right? But oh well. So I'll go ahead and Marnie. All the energies that my opponent searched for go to the bottom of the deck. Not that they need them this upcoming turn, and okay. So I do get these guys. I will play the bucket again to thin and increase my chances of drawing the basic, although they were at the bottom of the deck and now it just reshuffled, so maybe, yeah, wow. Both times I fleet-footed, there was one Marnie left in my deck, and both times I actually got the card. Okay. So this is an interesting decision. My opponent could do the Melanie play and knock out the Sobble and the Lotad, which I definitely wouldn't appreciate. So how about I just bench one of them though? I think I'm gonna bench just the Sobble. Yeah. That way, if my opponent goes, like, I make his attack less effective, is what I'm trying to get to, I guess. Alright, so we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening here. I'm definitely gonna Marnie again next turn, because there's no way my Suicune goes down. I can't believe though, what are the chances of using fleet-footed with one Marnie left in the deck, getting it, playing Marnie, shuffling your deck, and then getting the Marnie again? That is like, it's blowing my mind right now, like what the actual chances, because like look, I have over 40 cards left in my deck, right? And I had over 40 cards left in my deck the previous turn, so maybe it's because I have a cold, maybe it shouldn't be that impressive, but I don't know. It feels impressive to me. All right. Alrighty, so goodbye Remoraid. Escape rope. I definitely think the Sobble, because I can't power up the Suicune easily, which is not good. Okay, Medicham gone, that's actually good, I guess. That is actually pretty good. And attaches a water. Great. So not attacking me this turn. That is fantastic. If I can knock out this Urshifu, I'm gonna be in such a good spot. Such a good spot. Do see the scoop up net getting utilized. Yeah, we are in a fantastic spot. We lose our fleet-footed. I am completely okay with that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach, retreat onto the Suicune, Melanie onto the bench Suicune, no need to Marnie anymore. And now we're talking, right? Now we are actually talking. All right, so I'm gonna do this. Also going to do this, and then based off of this hand, I don't feel like I'm gonna need this Entail in at all. I feel like establishing the other Lotad to potentially threaten with a big hit is pretty good. My opponent will be super hard pressed to potentially knock out both Lotads, but that gives me so many turns, right? My opponent goes G-Max Rapid Flow, knocks out both Lotads, then I attack into the Urshifu, and then all I need to do is hunt down that Urshifu, and I win the game. So I'm feeling very confident at this point, thanks to my opponent's whiff, right? So my Marnie ended up doing the trick. It's party trick, I guess. And this is what happens in the current standard metagame. You whiff one turn, you're out of the game, right? My opponent whiffed one turn, the game's over. The game's literally over, as long as I don't whiff, right? If they whiff and then you whiff, then it evens out. But you whiff one thing, one turn, you don't get a perfect game. My opponent's great start was cancelled out by the underwhelming turn 2 draw. What are you gonna do, right? And if my opponent hits me for 150, then it's 100% game over. Alright, there it is. So going after reload dots does prevent like the massive damage, but I'm okay two-shotting. Like I said, don't expect a Cheryl. I could even play around a Cheryl play if I went Incense for boss to knock out this, and then Incense for boss to knock out this. So there's that possibility, I guess, but I really doubt my opponent's playing Cheryl, and if they play Cheryl, then they're not attacking me either. So it's a win-win no matter what. Evolving into this Drizzle feels peculiar. What else is my opponent searching for? Escape rope. Okay. I do have an energy. I never found any of the captures, but that's okay. And there's a G-Max Rapid Flow targeting double load dad. Yep, double load dad. That's fine, because the double load dad is also a sort of a trick, if you will, where my opponent is like super hard pressed. I mean, honestly, I just attack. Like, what's wrong with just attacking? What do I gain from using Marnie? If I use Marnie, I lose my win condition. Right? And if I get Marnied, then I still have 3 Drizzles, 2 Incenses, or 1, I'm not sure, and 4 level balls. I'm honestly not sure. Like, how could my opponent possibly mess this up for me? Oh, they knock out both Sobbles, that's how. That is how. There we go. Figure it out. Took me a second. Took me a second to figure it out, but that is how. So this is what I do. Get rid of you, establish you, and then yeah, the lower the hand size I have, the lower the chance that my opponent chooses to Marnie me, I guess. As well. So you know what? I'm gonna get the Drizzle. And with the Drizzle, I'm gonna get a Quick Wall. Actually, yeah, Quick Wall. I was gonna say Level Ball. I mean, Level Ball. I was gonna say Quick Wall and discard the Marnie, but I feel like that's a little greedy. When I have my Incense ready to go, the only play that my opponent could potentially make right now is, like I said, if they Cheryl, they're only hitting me for 150, so I'm fine. If they don't Cheryl and they just attack me with a brand new dude, then I have, and they Marnie me, then I have Incense, Level Balls, Drizzles, etc. And now I get a Fleet-Footed card as well. So yeah, I do feel like this was correct. Just getting more stuff out, more Sobbles, because if they do G-Max Rapid Flow my 2 Drizzles, or my 2 Sobbles I had on the bench, then I wouldn't have been able to fight boss, right? So that was important. But now we are good to go. I don't think there's any way my opponent can beat me here. All right. Target's on the bench Suicune, not that matters at all. There's a Melanie, so the game is now officially over. Even an escape rope doesn't really matter. Double Rapid Strike, I mean double Quick Shooting in Tillion. Rapid Strike in Tillion, that's correct. Won't help my opponent at this point in time, and we should be good to go. Don't see any way my opponent can come back here. Yeah, I think we're just waiting, right? My hand is untouchable now. I have the incense and I have drizzles left in the deck and the shady dealings in Talon as well, so no humanly possible way for my opponent to stop me from going boss KO. If my opponent had not whiffed that turn and had been able to get 2 prizes earlier, then my play would have actually been not to fill up my bench, right? And force him to have to knock out a Suicune in order to win, which he's very close to doing so as well. He is actually very close to doing so. Yeah, there we go. Yep, targets on both Sobbles. That's fair. We know I checked. I have the shady dealings in Tillion right there. And we are... That's not the shady dealings, Pablo. Do not make that mistake. Please. And we'll just double click on the bosses. And there we go. Alright, let's jump into the next game. Alright, continuing the hot streak, I guess, with this deck. We're actually gonna get to go first again with a meh hand. If I had a Suicune, that would be fantastic. I will get mulligans, which is always nice. Yeah, mulligans, multiple. Oh, okay, so we're up against the Stone Journer deck that has been doing the rounds. My opponent actually mulliganed 8 times, which is crazy. Yeah. Okay, so I could potentially do enough damage next turn. Let me think this through. I can use double Ludicolo, right? Yes, I can use double Ludicolo. I don't think I have enough cards to pull that off though. So I definitely need Suicune, right? I think I won't need the boss. So let's grab some. Oh, I only have 1 load that available. Darn it. Darn. With double load that it would have been. I actually had enough to do the double. Well, maybe, right? Maybe I had enough to do the double load that. That's crazy. Oh well. Would have been awesome to pull that off. So the touch there, let's do that, and then we'll go ahead and pass. Maybe I should retreat and just keep calling. I mean, fleet-footed. Can't keep calling, it's my first turn, I can't attack. A Stone Energy or any tool that decreases damage, the helmet thing, saves my opponent from getting knocked out next turn. If I had double load that, there was no stopping me though. That would have been huge. Okay. Oh, the Guard Prince actually saves my opponent. Never mind. Never mind. That's okay. Nothing I can really do about it. Right. So, oh, did I just mess this up? I needed to promote the Sobble. Whoops. I actually needed to promote the Sobble to retreat. Okay, so I am not focused at the moment. Boop, boop, boop. Let's grab you. Darn. Double load, that would have been so cool to pull off. Okay, let's attach you. Let's bench you. No need to bench the Suicune yet. And we'll go fleet-footed. Probably botched up the sequencing of this big time, but that's okay. Only 80 damage. Alright, so probably getting killed, right? There's always a threat of Ludicolo though. Ooh, interesting manual attachment instead of using Stone Gift, which I guess is fair. There's a Stone Gift, never mind. Alright, so we could be in trouble for sure. We could be in quite a bit of trouble right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and bench you. I'm gonna go ahead and attach you. Let's go ahead and fleet-footed first. And let's start putting on some damage here. Okay, so right now I'm doing 120 damage, right? Which is not a lot. So do I just go all out here with the big damage? If the Ludicolo gets trapped in the active though, that could be a problem. So I'm just gonna Blizzard Rondo right now. Probably a lot of healing in my opponent's hand. I am scared of a boss trap at the moment. So my next energy could actually go onto the Ludicolo. I don't think that would be a bad idea. Schoolgirl? What? Why would you play Schoolgirl, dude? What the heck? Wow, that's crazy. Okay, no support or healing at least. I have the potential for double quick shooting, so I can do a bonus 140 damage next turn. That is such a weird choice of card though. Do they play Schoolboy as well? I probably, right? Ooh, chooses to retreat. Interesting. Okay, okay. Can respect the hustle. Card press, okay. Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and attach this. And then let's go fleet-footed. Well, it does 120, which is not a lot. Yeah, let's just threaten whatever has energy, right? I feel like that's the way to go. $23 cards left. I do have Marnies as well. No need to overdo it with the resources. Training court, potentially an issue for sure. Do they have the VMAX though? For the active. They do, darn. So they're healing off all the damage. Okay. And I'm getting Marnied. Okay, well, that's not great. Alright. I do find one Fan of Waves. Wow. There's a full face card. Okay. Okay, I definitely want a Fan of Waves a bunch here. So that top deck was very nice, for sure. Let's go ahead and find the other Fan of Waves. Yeah, it not only slows down the damage, or them attacking me, right? Though they will get an energy from the discard pile, right? So how much damage am I dealing? 120, this reduces 20, so 100. So there's no point in putting the quick shooting damage here because it's gonna get healed off anyways. Fleet-footed. Should have used fleet-footed first actually. And there's a Blizzard Rondo. And I do have access to Ludicolo next turn if I want to, but they're gonna heal, so. Nice deck though, nice deck. So, oh, heal 50 damage, thank you. Wait, why would they, what? That feels not very good. Unless they're planning, yeah, why would you heal me and use your, oh, okay, because you're not planning on healing yourself, interesting. They do have one energy left. Now I got the research. I don't think I used Ludicolo yet though. So I'll do 100. Sure, I'll put the damage on the bench dude, and then I'll do 100. Fleet-footed, don't forget to fleet-footed Pablo. Melanie, not the best card, and then another. Oh, it's actually 120 because they do have a bench Pokemon, yeah. So 140 HP left. They can only heal so much, right? With their attack. I'm guessing now they heal the active. Would make sense. Ball pad. I mean, it is a pretty cool deck. And so I do have, I was thinking about, like, I'm gonna try. No promises, but I'm gonna try and get back to streaming. When the new year comes out, or maybe a little bit beforehand, but we'll see. Okay, so they have guaranteed energy from the stone gift. I think I just keep going after the active, right? No reason not to. And one of my ideas is to try and win a game, at least one game with every single VMAX. That's the idea. So I would start with, like, in order of they were released. So play with Meowth VMAX until I get a win. And then play with Stonejourner VMAX. And then play with, stuff like that. Okay. So they are trying to stall the damage. I can't take a KO. That's a nice top deck for sure. Alright, so if I do 40 and then 120, that's 160. I'll do one on each, I guess. Oh, if I had put both, it's okay. Let's go fleet-footed. Because I could have, like, if I evolved and then used the scoop of net, I would have gotten triple quick shooting, right? It's okay. Should be fine. Yeah. They would have had 60 HP left, and maybe they would have thought, oh, we're out of range, but actually, you wouldn't have been out of range. Okay, so you get the energy back. We're not worried about boss's orders at all, as I do have the training cord and the energy, so they can never trap anything. They're just using Stone Gift over and over. Okay, so they do heal the active. So maybe this is the turn. Or I go Ludicolo and double ping the Stonejourner. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, because I do have the scoop up net, right? So I'm gonna go like this and grab the rare candy. And so I'll go rare candy Ludicolo. I'm pretty sure I'm doing 220 now, so that is enough for the KO. And then I'll go quick shooting to the bench dude, which will get healed, but that's okay. And then I'll go Scuba Net onto Ludicolo, give myself access to that again, and attach an energy because why not? And sure, let's go Fleet-footed, possibility of rare candy, and let's go Blizzard Rondo KO. Alright, so first 3 prizes taken. Now there's Schoolgirl. Doesn't work anymore. Well, it only gives them 2 cards instead of 4. And another rare candy. Oh, I had priced 2 Suicunes. What? I didn't even realize that. I did not realize I priced 2 Suicunes. Alright, so there's a stone gift. So nothing else really that I need to do, right? just continue to attack. Eventually they won't be able, like the damage is stacking up a little. I'm not gonna use fleet-footed anymore. So the damage that I deal with Suicune gets healed, but the quick shooting damage is being produced, right? Team Yell Towel. So how many turns can they do this, you know? I guess they have a lot of basic energy. Well, they only have one left, actually. They're probably never going to attack me, which is fair. I wish I had a stadium to get rid of the training court, but I don't, so... No use in crying over spilled milk. I do have a Marnie to replenish my deck, so... It's just a waiting game. To see whenever they fail to Stone Gift. Whenever they do, I go Rare Candy Ludicolo and I win. Probably. We'll see. Eventually the quick shooting damage should pile up decently. I'm so used to double clicking, right? Quick shooting and then who, but there's only one Pokemon, so this thing does it for me. No need to play any other cards anymore. So I do 220 damage, right? So eventually I'm 10 damage short on this knockout. And okay, so it seems like they're going to have to retreat, but I have the escape rope. Never mind. There's the 120 heal. Stone Gift. Yep, alright. So starting from scratch. I think the key here is being patient, you know, like not overdoing the Ludicolo. My opponent literally has to do this forever and ever, and I have Marnies as well, so... Eventually they will run out of healing, I guess, maybe. I mean, they probably have 4 Hyper Potions, Team Yell Towel, some sort of supporter healing. This is annoying for sure. The Stone Energies definitely help in reducing my damage output quite a bit. Alright. I don't know. Like, on paper, I guess my opponent can win. Comes down to them whiffing at some point for me. I need them to whiff. Okay, they go research. Discarding a bunch of Pokemon. And they get a Hyper Potion. Darn it. Well, that's 3 down. And now they're reducing 40 damage. Okay, so now I am not getting anywhere. Oh, now they're reducing 60 damage. Oh my gosh. Well, oh, now they chose to attack though. That is weird. Why would they choose to attack? Well, I am only doing 60 damage, right? Could be 160. Oh, am I in trouble? I feel like I should retreat. Ugh. Only 60 is not a lot, that's for sure. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna Blizzard Run though. Oof. So I do have knockout next turn if they don't heal. Schoolgirl, only 2 cards, my friend. No, I don't have KO anymore. I'm 10 short. Oh my god. Stop. Alright, I think I lose now. I think I lose. Why would you attach there? Oh boy. Well, now I think I lose. Should I retreat and stop my opponent from getting a knockout here? I kind of feel like that's a good idea. generally think that's a good idea. Only 100 damage per turn. Which is not terrible by any means. Only one hyper potion left too. Stupid ice pop thing, dude. Dude, come on. Are you kidding me? That's what, 5 heads in a row? Maybe 4? Schoolgirl. I still think on average, like, that's not a good choice. Alright. They have no energy in the discard pile. I think I should attach actually. I don't want to Melanie. I can avoid it. Alright. I do not have KO next turn. 10 damage off. Doesn't matter because of the stupid ice pops. Okay. Stone gift. Darn it. I think I'm gonna lose actually. I think my opponent has successfully turned things around. Benching, I mean prizing double load that is what ended up killing me, I think. Prizing double load that is what ended up killing me here. If I hadn't, and I could pull off a double Ludicolo turn, that would have been fantastic. But unfortunately, that's not how Pokemon works. They're down 2 ice pops, only 3 hyper potions though. Well, there's the 3rd ice pop. Thank you. Okay, that evens out the other ice pop, I guess. Okay, so they finally attack me. I am a little worried here though. Okay, so I'll bench the other Suicune. And then we will quick shooting. Just there's no point in using Ludicolo, right? At least not yet. Okay, technically, if they don't heal, I can win next turn. Ugh. Never mind. Maybe this is the turn that I should have used Hyper Potion. I mean Marnie. Okay, yeah. Whenever. Oof. Wow. Well, yeah. I don't think I'm winning. I don't think I am winning anymore. Jeez. Yeah, I think my opponent has successfully done it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool deck. Yeah, I can't win in 2 turns. Oh, I should have Marnied last turn. Darn it. I actually should have Marnied last turn. Oh, I almost forgot these. Alright, maybe I still have a small chance. But I should not have gotten the energy back. So I'm gonna Melanie this turn. Okay, I do have 2 Marnies left. I'm gonna Melanie this guy, take a hit with him. Right. And then next turn I Marnie. They're down 4 Hyper Potions, 3 Towels. Oh, the Avery, dude. Wow. Well, that's game. That is absolutely game. Yeah, now I definitely can't win. Now I definitely cannot win. Nicely timed Avery for sure. Oof. I don't even have any more basic Pokemon, so now I'm doing 0 damage, I think. Yeah, I'm doing 0 damage. Yeah. That's it. Well played by my opponent. I couldn't apply enough pressure, and my second load, that being Price, was just a determining thing, right? If I could get bonus 200 damage in one turn, that would have been amazing, but alas, it was not in the cards. So yeah, pretty cool deck. Let me know if you want to see this Sojourner deck, which has been pretty popular lately.